So today we're going to show our adult male and female dubia. At the bottom you'll see the adult male. The most common way to know is the wings. Once they have sexually matured, they will grow a full set of wings. It won't be a gradual change, it will be an instant change. And then at the top is a female. You'll notice that she doesn't have wings and she is shiny. They have a very smooth texture to them. And also where they would have wings, they have the little nubs that actually do separate from the body. Let's see if we can get a close up here. The females are very easy to handle. They don't jump that often, but it can happen. So see, it's separated from the body, but it's not going to be a full set of wings. There are very few, I guess you can call them bisexual dubia, that carry both gender traits. They will be the width of the female and it will have wings. But it's very uncommon to have happen. I've only seen one or two of those. Now, the secondary way to tell male or female, and you can do this in any age dubia as far as I know, and I've tried it in even very small nymphs, a ½ inch, and I can tell. You just have to have a very good magnifying glass. You probably won't be able to see it here, but you can see it kind of from the top. This dubia is rounded. There's no extra little section coming off at the bottom to call it the right word. See how it's even? You can kind of see a little tiny little bit of a bump at the bottom, but that's just the way she's formed. But on the male it's more predominant. We're going to show the male here. Now here's the male. We'll see if he'll cooperate with us. There you go. And you'll see that little white notch at the back of it. We're going to hyperlink this again at the bottom of the video here because it's much easier to see in a still frame. But that little white patch at the bottom is where an extra abdomen section is, and that can indicate a male. Now it's very easy to tell in person. It just takes a few times of getting to see your dubia first. Now we're going to show you some smaller dubia. These are not technically dwarfs. These are just smaller than average, and we're going to bring a female back here to compare them. So here's a normal female, and here's one that's a bit smaller. That's a new molt. We brought this out here actually to show you guys in case you've never seen one. They come out pure white. She's been here for a few hours and she's already turning black. Now you can tell the difference there, one versus the other. The full-size female is wider and she is a little bit longer. The little other female here is just a little bit undersized. They sexually produce the same amount of dubia. The nymphs will come out a little bit smaller. I've seen some pretty big clutches from small dubia. Now, the difference between a true dwarf and what I call a genetically unstable dwarf, and this is simply the fact that her sexual organs on this small dubia will reproduce the same way as the large normal female would. The only difference is simply she's smaller. On a true dwarf dubia, it will die. Its organs are not the correct size. The bone structure, sexual reproduction organs, they don't match up. It's almost impossible to tell what's going to happen, whether it's a true dwarf or not, other than time. We keep our dubia for upwards of 3 weeks before they're going out for sale. And that's just to make sure you're not getting any dwarfs, because the price point that we have is higher than everyone else's pretty much. And that's because we watch these and we monitor them, and you get dubia that are the top shape, the top 20-30% of the pack. We have ones that are much bigger than that, the original female we showed. It's just, we wanted to give you a bit of the average size. I wasn't able to find any today, and I didn't want to disturb the colonies any further up there. Because we did a few sorts this morning, but on the next video we'll try and find a monster in there. It's not very hard to do. And this is a smaller male. He's about 1.25 inches, and he's pretty much the same width. There's not much difference there. And there was a free fall. And then we'll compare him over here to another male. This is also one that's a bit smaller, but you can even tell the difference between the two of them. One's a little bit wider, on the left. And that's the one on the left is a mid-sized dubia. And then here's a good adult male. Let's see if we can line them up here. See, yeah, there's almost an extra 1/4 inch at the back. It's kind of hard to get them there. The males aren't very cooperative, but you can kind of tell there's just a good size difference in between the two. And then here's another female we got. She's one of the bigger ones. It's like I said, it's not one of the gigantic dubia, but she's on the bigger end of common. We'll pull her out. Again, they're very calm. If you're afraid of handling them, you'll eventually get used to it. It takes some time, but you know, they're very calm. The males are the only ones that are a little bit rowdy. And now, we talked a little bit earlier about our price point with the adult females. And the reason that our females are so much more expensive, they're almost double the price, is simply because the diet that we raise our dubia on is a premium mix of food. They get first pick fruits, they get the best whole animal proteins, they get kelp in their diet, dried brewer's yeast, everything top to bottom as to what you would want in your dubia diet. You know, it's one of those things where you can raise them the cheap way or you can raise them the right way. We do everything the right way here, and it pays off in health. We do produce larger clutches here, and we also have dubia that last much longer. Some of our females are hitting, I want to say, a little bit over a year and a half, and they're still producing vigorously. The average lifespan is about 2 years, but there's just no way to really tell on a dubia because you can't really mark them as opposed to see how long one is living versus the other. We just know that we've had some of these for quite a while, and they have produced like monsters, and they've done very well. We're going to get in our next video, we're going to go into regular care, but for this video we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to post those hyperlinks at the bottom to show you that second way to show male versus female, and we're going to probably get out another video tomorrow, hopefully if we have time to do it. But thank you for watching, and hope this helped you out.